Here's what we see, guys, and it's not. I'm just trying to show you that this is pitch black. Like, here's the hallway we're about to go down. That's what we're seeing without the night vision.
Yep,
like pitch black, and this is very creepy, man. And I do want to mention to people that I didn't even think that this was going to be that eerie in here when we initially walked through, and there's like, you know, Christmas stuff around, but I'm like really kind of freaked out.
All haunted places have a story to tell. It can be tragic, it can be scary, and it can be very dangerous. This is Colin Browen, and these are the Paranormal Files.
Aren't you feeling that way? I can kind of tell you are too.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm uneasy. I think that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Word for it.
Uneasy.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really felt anything intense quite yet. It's just more upstairs, the third floor, definitely.
And
it's just heavy. This is, you know, I think it's going to start happening, you know?
Mm-hmm. And don't forget that there's the potential for a serial killer who killed multiple people, his spirit, and then a guy who was a police officer who shot and killed his own wife.
Jerry.
Yeah, both of those
Jerry.
to be here. In addition to the people that were hanged for their crimes on this property, the other murderers that were here. There's a lot of like negative energy, I feel like, in this building.
Yeah.
And he even said people got bruises. So.
All right. Okay, let's do it.
Jesus Christ, man. Hello? What?
Oh, I saw that. I thought I saw something moving across the light.
Jesus, I literally can't see a thing.
Okay, there's a noise.
Oh my God, dude.
Let's just
This is very creepy.
What was that? Shh. Okay. What was that? Shh. Okay. What was that? Shh. That was like. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God, I've got total. I'm like totally like now I feel a little fear.
I'm like really freaked, dude.
Just don't. That was like a box or something shifted.
I know. What I was saying is look in front of you.
I know, dude. I am.
It's literally completely pitch black. Let me just show people. Dude, I've never been in a building this dark to investigate. Like literally, I can't even see my own hand in front of me.
Okay, I'm feeling some bad.
I'm feeling bad juju,
in this
man.
room, actually.
Oh, that little bear scared me. Jesus, you see that thing?
That looks like.
That is absolutely astounding how dark that is. Is there anybody here with us right now?
There's.
Who's here with us in the jail?
God, I feel like there's somebody behind me, dude. Okay, what was that?
I'm very freaked.
Okay, you gotta turn the light off, though.
Jesus,
We've gotta do this.
my hood up, honestly. Did you kill somebody? We are in far east Texas, heading to a community called Palestine.
Hold on. Look better.
You really think those make you look better? They're so blue. They're so bright. Vibrant in the
Okay,
sun.
they're $5 glasses.
So today we have driven 3.5 hours from Austin, 4 actually, to a community called Palestine, Texas. Now, Palestine was founded in the 1800s. Initially, it was a pretty small settlement. There was French and Spanish activity in the area, lots of Native American history before Palestine was founded. It just kind of sprung up out of nowhere because it was this important point where they decided to run railroads through and start lumber industries. 1870s, the railroad was actually constructed in this area. It ran right through Palestine, and that's what really gave the town a population boost. It was seated as the seat of Anderson County. That's why there's a courthouse here and a jail, the Anderson County Jail, which is haunted, which is where we're going to be spending the night tonight. For a town with a somewhat, not unremarkable, but kind of just average history, Palestine seems to have been marked with elements of death and darkness. Like, you want to tell them about the space shuttle?
Yeah, that was kind of a weird finding that back in 2003, unfortunately, the space shuttle Columbia disaster where it disintegrated in the sky, unfortunately took the lives of all 7 astronauts. About 40% of the debris fell in and around Palestine that they recovered from that space shuttle disaster.
And I mean, you got to imagine too, you've got at that point debris raining from the sky that's already been marked by the deaths of all 7 crew members. It was almost as if a sort of darkness fell in and around the city of Palestine just then in 2003.
But I mean, you would have only been about 7 years old.
Yeah.
So I remember that across the sky, you could literally see the pieces and little flame, if you will, just disintegrating. It was crazy, but I didn't know it was right over here.
That was 2003. Hard to believe that this town was impacted by such a tragic national, even global event. All that debris, I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of debris still left in the area that people never recovered fully. Then in 2015, the area was hit by another massive tragedy when a guy opened fire on a group of campers. They were actually a family that had purchased this land. It was their land that they were on from this killer's family, and they were camping, spending the night. This guy helped them get their truck out of some mud and was following them into the woods, just acting like a good neighbor, and he opened fire, killed 6 people, including a young boy and almost an entire family. That's an unbelievable story. 6 people killed in cold blood, all because this killer claimed that he was mad that they had bought his family's land. And that was just a couple miles north of Palestine, technically still in the area of the town. I don't know, it's interesting. You don't really, a lot of these small towns don't have negativity and darkness like that, wouldn't you say?
You know, I guess after hearing this, I'm not really so sure, I mean, maybe there is a lot more. I think there is a lot more everywhere that you don't know. It gets lost, it's kind of like, it's maybe in the news at the time, but then over the years, it's forgotten.
Yeah. Tonight, like I said, Papa Spooks and I are headed to the Anderson County Jail. Now, this is a very, very creepy looking jail with a interesting history. I'm not going to tell you guys about it now. We're actually about to roll up. We're 3 minutes away. So, here we are.
Here we are.
What are your thoughts?
My first thought is maybe you should get out of the street so you don't get smoked. Here we are, man, and
Texas,
this is
right?
actually a pretty big jail.
Isn't this the
And-
second oldest city in Texas?
That's what I was told. I think we'll have to ask
can fact check
Sonia just to be sure. That a family owns this and lives here, so that's pretty crazy to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Very gracious again to let us come here. I mean, just invited us, really.
Definitely much larger than I expected it to be. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I can do shadow animals on your shirt.
There you go. Wow. I'm excited to get
Yeah,
in here. It's
all
got
right.
a certain
Well,
look to it, it's interesting. Almost more looks like a hospital than a jail.
Yeah, it kind of does. That doesn't seem
know?
like a jail to me,
I wouldn't look at that and think jail.
quite honestly.
So today we're actually going to start the episode a bit differently. I've read a lot of your guys' comments saying that we should kind of get our vibe before we know the history of the jail. And neither of us have refreshed our knowledge of the jail's history yet. We're going to go inside while the sun is still up and just walk through, Jeff and I, and see if we feel anything that correlates to what happens later on in the investigation, even after we've been told the stories. So let's go meet the owners and then get that done and do the interview.
Okay.
Okay, so after a while now you can see there is no sun. If you want to show everybody over there. Also, I'm going to tie these pants because they're kind of loose on me. So Jeff and I are just going to do our little blind walkthrough into the jail right now. We've already met with the owner. We're going to do our interview next, but want to check it out before the sun sets? I was
Let's
trying to
do
get
it.
in.
Yeah, okay.
Also, just got this new outfit today.
Wow.
Just for this investigation, but I want to point out that I did not remember to get cool shoes. So I've just got my ASIC
Okay, I'm just going to call you
work
Big Bird.
walking shoes.
Let's go, Big Bird. Okay. This is
Christmas theme.
Christmas stuff. I mean, she's done a ton of work in here.
This is
Did you have like
incredibly
30,000 people go
decorated.
through here? So this is actually the jail. Wow.
I was hoping that I would glow in here. It's just I'm a little champion. Never mind.
Okay.
This place is not decorated like I thought it would be.
Oh, jeez.
Definitely kind of eerie in here.
It's interesting there, all these cells.
Ooh, spooky hallway.
Amazing amount of decorations. Great. Look at this women tank right here. Check this out.
Here's how we got here. Vehicle.
Let's take it right there, lemon drop.
I like that. That is me.
I like Big Bird, I guess.
Big Bird's a good one. I like Big Bird. Maybe Minion.
Come on, Big Bird.
Whoa. It's like
Dot
it's like
matrix,
it's
there you go.
this is like the laser grid that we set
It
up.
is.
It's already
It
set
is.
up for
It
us.
is. It's already here.
Wow.
Use the old urinal and the toilet at once. Have you ever seen it?
No.
You can, yeah. Double duty right there.
1 and 2
Look at all these-
equals 3.
all these decorations, though.
You can go 3.
Oh, here's Ghost.
Oh.
Fitting. This is a cell block.
Wow. This like
Looks like they cut through here.
I feel like if you just walked through this, you wouldn't even be able to tell that it's a jail.
Hey, it's your twin. What the heck? Look at.
That was really good.
There it is. You should stand by it.
Yeah, you're gonna show
You know, you'll probably
Here.
get.
What do you think?
You know, I think what's happening is Pikachu is much slimmer. You might have to get back on that low carb diet there, buddy.
Pikachu's been working out. You can tell.
Pikachu is.
Pikachu's kind of nothing compared to sidekick Grinch over here. He's got a 6-pack.
Hmm?
Okay, just move on.
Where am I going?
Yeah,
I am totally
yeah. This is kind
confused here.
of a
Let's go
confusing layout
out
in
here.
here. I wonder what these cells were. Just holding cells, probably. Ooh.
You could get up there later, and I can get you on the old porcelain throne.
Gonna be your most visited room in this jail.
There's a little armor in here.
See this giant butcher knife cleaver?
She's done a ton of work here.
Yeah.
Wow. Wouldn't that be cool? Like if you were actually a prisoner, and this is where you came to prison.
Yeah.
It's like decorated like this.
Yeah, this is like
a
the
happy-
happiest
yeah,
prison
just
I've ever
happy.
been to.
Okay, you're in the DVD cell, and you can watch any film that you want. Okay, you killed 2 people, but that's okay. Ghost is here. So is Murder on the Orient Express. Perfect.
Twilight. And if you're not sick of the Grinch yet, we have the Grinch as well.
Oh, True Lies.
2 Grinches.
Look at this. True Lies. People may not want to know this, but people may not want to know this, but hello?
What was that?
Hello?
Did this just fall? No.
I don't remember seeing that.
I just got a shot of this.
Oh my gosh.
And we were just joking around too.
You would have shot that
I think so, yeah.
prior.
Where would that have come from? I mean, even
That's interesting.
if
We gotta-
that was the noise, yeah, we don't know if that was.
Yeah,
That was loud though.
I think it. Yeah, you wonder. That was loud, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. That was crazy, actually. Guess they don't like jokes. You want to go this way?
This way?
Yeah, this is that hallway.
Oh, there's an upstairs right here.
Oh,
What do you want to do?
let's go walk down this one. So we need to cover this. Storage.
Oh, Jesus. So this is like
This is trippy back here.
this would be like a catwalk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where they'd be able to go around and check on people. It seems because.
Oh, look at this hallway. When you come back,
Huh?
it's just a long hallway.
Oh yeah, it is. I know.
These lights, it just looks kind of. Imagine being in here on like acid or mushrooms.
Oh jeez. So this is just strictly to walk around to check. Wow. Off your head.
Jeez, look at this. If I stand up straight, I'm actually touching it. Yeah, my sunglasses just cracked.
Well, I'm kind of mixed. I'm mixed
where
up.
are we?
Okay, here we go.
Oh. These things are always cool to see.
Yeah. Wow.
This just already feels weirder, don't you think? This? I think it's the lack of
well,
decorations.
I think actually right when you hit here where I'm standing.
Yeah, it's
I
like
mean, I can feel
it's
something
cold too.
right here.
Way colder
way
right here.
colder. Spray paint.
Oh Jesus!
What's in there? Oh,
The shirt. It's kind of creepy to open a door and see.
okay.
So we're gonna go to the third story now. Oh,
Wow. Look at
yeah.
this place, man.
Oh my
Oh, hey. Oh my God.
It's me.
No.
It's me.
No, that's your actual father.
What?
Your
This is
real
my
father.
dad.
Go
I
stand
was
by.
adopted. Why are there so many yellow objects here? Look, you can be like.
Wow. Now the opposite is true. He's definitely not
And now
on
he
a low
needs to
carb
cut a
diet.
little bit.
Yeah.
Look at there's
Huh.
even more of them.
Oh.
Anybody that knows me personally outside of YouTube and stuff knows I love Minions too. So this is definitely gonna take a photo.
So I
here
hate
later.
to burst your bubble on this one, but I absolutely detest Minions.
Well, I hate them so much that I love them.
Really?
They're
Okay,
just
'cause I
so
don't.
terrible that they're
I just
great.
am sick of Minions. Sorry, kids.
Ever seen Minion memes?
No, I don't look at memes.
No, then
No.
you don't know.
I'm an anti-memer.
Wow.
Oh, look at
I
this.
love the
place.
lighting in
Oh
this
my
place.
God. This is insane.
But it's like almost with all the decorations, it's kind of hard to tell what's what really. Like I have
It
no
is,
idea what this
yeah.
room would have been.
If this were a prison like this would drive you maybe more crazy.
Oh, me definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm assuming these are just cells. Here's you can
Okay.
see like a bed almost down there. You know, like a metal cot.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, look at that one's busted. It's kind of creepy.
Ooh.
Wonder what happened there. I'm assuming this way will lead us somewhere.
So we're on what now? What? We're on the what?
We're on 3.
3. Okay, third floor. God,
It
look
kind
at,
of starts getting heavy
look at all this.
in this. What do you think?
Yeah, it's definitely colder.
Kind of just claustrophobic back here.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh my gosh. This is like almost
That is eerie. You feel. Look at that.
it's a dark hole.
Oh man. Tell me the energy isn't
Yeah.
thick right here.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, it almost gives me chills. And it is colder
You know
in
what?
here.
I get this weird thing with
Mm.
my sinuses
Mm-hmm.
when I feel something. Let me get a shot here. Can
This
I-
definitely.
Yeah, this is heavier here.
This is.
I don't know if it's because
this
that's.
part.
Ooh, it's definitely significantly colder.
Oh man.
So these are all really cells, but they're storage and.
I don't know if this place.
Can you open that door, or is that door open? Or is it?
No, they got
It's okay.
this
Never mind.
wire. I don't know if it's the lack of lighting in this area, but this feels the weirdest to me so far. This.
Yeah, you can
You
definitely
see
feel.
that? Oh,
Mm.
that's creepy, man.
Yeah, I've got like a goose. What do you call them?
Goosebump.
Goosebumps. I think. Wow.
Oh.
What's?
Mr. Skellington. We got a Halloween room over here.
This is Halloween.
It's a weird vibe in this part of the prison or jail. Probably because it's Halloween themed.
This thing
and
is
darker.
supposed to be a mirror right there. That'd be creepy if you see a reflection in there.
Yeah, I think that'd be very creepy, especially if it's your reflection.
This is almost. I almost feel not only heavy, but I feel a little darker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
It's just darker in here.
it's it is darker,
But, like,
technically, but I mean it just feels
vibe-wise.
the
it's kinda-
energy-wise to me. This is a
All this
trusty
over
tank. Trusty tank.
What is a trustee?
Trusty.
Why are they in a tank? Weird. This.
Oh,
Jesus!
sorry.
What?
Oh my god. Literally, I saw this thing and I thought it was an animal. I really
scared
did.
the
I
shit
thought it
out
was
of
like a
me.
raccoon or something coming at me. I looked over like, what the? Oh my god.
That scared the hell out of me. Jesus, man.
How
Jokes
is-
aside, this definitely I would think
Is
is
there
the
more down here?
I think this is it.
That's it.
This just gives me kind of an ominous.
Oh, look at this control panel. Oh, we did that. We're circled back. Okay. I didn't really realize I was looking at the minions.
Yeah, I didn't even see what was behind
With
me.
all these control panels. That's super cool. Well, what do you think?
I think after just walking through, top floor definitely weirdest to me.
Yeah, downstairs. I mean, I think we want to look at it, but I didn't really.
The area
feel
where we heard
near
the
as
noise.
much.
No,
But
this little area right here.
where's the area though we felt? Downstairs, is that the skunk?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to ask someone on
Mhm.
that. That was
Yeah.
weird.
I
Yeah.
mean,
that-
not even really this side. This is. I mean, it's got something to do with the lighting too for me.
yeah.
Like, look at this is not spooky,
Yeah.
and then you kind of walk. This is like to me the only really creepy part of this place.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels.
Well, it's
different.
definitely more back to the original kind of feel, you know. But definitely, this is a darker right here. Whew. I can. Is that water? It is water. Look out.
But yeah, let's. I guess let's
Okay.
do the interview now.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep. That's right.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Jans.
And I'm Sonia Martinez.
We're here at the Texas Jailhouse, also known as the historic Anderson County Jail. We decided to buy this building after adventuring a lot of these abandoned properties around here for its deep, rich history, tons of paranormal activity, and just good old deep-root Texas history.
Yeah, we love Palestine. We love being able to, preserve and restore a building that has been here since, 1939. The original jail was here. We love Palestine. It's definitely a destination town for tourism, and we want to keep people coming back. It's also a paranormal hub. There are lots and lots of stories of paranormal activity in these old buildings. Just 2 blocks away is a cemetery with 60,000 people buried in it. And our population is 18,000.
So for us, the fun, twisted twist of all this is that we live in this building. So once was a jailhouse for those that didn't want to be here, and now it's a jailhouse for those that forever can't escape, and for us who love sharing that space.
Well, y'all want to go inside?
Welcome.
Yeah, come on in. We'll lock you up and lock you out, man.
I like that.
So we do a Christmas event, and it's called The Grinch's Lair. Thousands of people come through in November and December to see the Grinch locked up here in the jail. So you get to see some of our decorations, but it doesn't seem to keep the ghosts away.
In fact, a lot of people like to believe that they interact with different objects. When the energy changes everywhere in this place. So in different floors, different levels, spaces, rooms, you'll get a vibe everywhere we go. So come on, cruise through with us.
The original jail keys. Something about this jail is it was keyed by the same company that rekeyed Alcatraz. and they still have the codes for them. So if we lost keys or needed keys for any of these doors, we can, call them and send them our deed to prove that we do own the gel, and they will cut us a new key. But they're very, very expensive.
This is a classic object that a lot of people who do investigations want to come, utilize, feel like there's something connected to them. A lot of times when they're going through the catwalk, which we'll go to next once we go upstairs, there's been images of cowboy sheriff jailers walking through using these as, a medium essentially to bring them and call them out. So there's the good, the bad, and the ugly up in here.
Those things are gnarly.
They're weapons.
Yeah.
Hold on to those for your investigation.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
There you go, brother.
Clint Eastwood reference there.
So, welcome to the staircase, aka toxic snowflakes. It's what happened when pollution happens, folks. So, it's everywhere. That's why they glow.
So this is, if you want to come over there, we'll show you this. This is an interesting part of the gel. We did have someone from the History Channel come in, and he looked at this and he says he's not sure how many are still working or even exist in the United States. And basically it's a chain crank system to shut all of the doors. I'm going to see if I can get some power behind it. Shut. Like that.
Wow.
And you would move these around to, decide which door you wanted to open or shut.
As always, come on in. You're welcome. Cruise in.
So we call this the cage. Every room in here we've had to name just so we know what we're talking about. This would have been general holding cells. There's 4 cells in here with bunk beds, and the shower, which would be on the other side of there. They would eat their meals here. Of course, this is where the Grinch does all of his gambling. So we really love incorporating the gel into the stories that we tell here, the fictional stories and, the true life stories.
And for us with the paranormal, a lot of it started right here in this space. We started doing EVP sessions. We've had teams from all over come in. And before we did the cleanup, restoration of all of this, it was raw, dirty, grime. It felt like it was abandoned, which essentially it was. And we would sit at this table with people from all over and hear voices, like who in that room, and footsteps. Just for a little comedy relief, we'll share a quick story where we're all sitting around this table. And for those of you out there who've done EVP sessions, we're all intently listening and we're just like jamming, and someone says, "Do you hear that?" "What?" "I think I hear footsteps." "All right, everybody, let's listen." Dead silence. Footsteps! Jump up, run, whatever. All of a sudden, this lady swears she hears footsteps, and it was just someone walking around the building who scared the crap out of us. Couldn't find the footsteps, but bro, they were there. Like afterwards, we heard all kinds of activity and the doors creaking and swinging right from this table.
Wow. So this is kind of a central point of activity, this area?
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of EVPs in this area. Not as many like apparitions, but it is a good space, especially when you get all the lights turned out and you sit here. You can hear a lot, especially just because it's kind of open around these gel cells, and there's a catwalk, and we'll take you there soon. Walk over here.
You want to tell them about what we heard?
Yeah, I thought you were in it. So we were just in this room, and we heard a crash, like a big noise. And
On camera,
yeah, we have it on camera. We're like, what? And it's like it's over there, and I think it's that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you look.
Was this skunk always laying down there? Or where would that have... Because we heard a really loud noise come from this area, and we walked over and we were like...
We didn't want to.
Well,
What do you think? Is that?
the skunk has not been here. It's usually in this area, but it's usually like
No.
right there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So
Wow.
too, we're totally about authenticity. Like that's what his channel's known for. Like we don't fake anything. Like
Yeah.
if it's not there, it's kind of a boring episode,
exactly.
but it's the way it is.
It's mostly about debunking
Yeah, that's what we
and
do.
finding
But
what
that-
it could
but
be.
that-
You know, we had somebody in last week who, doing some film scouting, and so I walked around picking up everything. I know that wasn't there. It definitely belongs in this area, but that's interesting. It's very interesting.
Strange.
Mhm.
We'll have it on camera.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, this is where the shower would have been. The shower was for, all of these cells. They would have to come out and shower in front of everybody.
Ooh.
And
Another little fun fact about showers for all you people at home that love to, maybe have a tough day, right? And hopefully you don't take it too far like some of these people. But what it is if you can see in here, come on in. So the way the shower is designed with the shower head right here is that it's designed so that you can't hang yourself on this.
Wow.
Now, there's a few other spots inside the jail where I'll show you where there's been indications of people who actually hung themselves in various cells, but they designed these so that ideally you don't decide to hang yourself in this shower.
Wow.
So you might have a tough day, but you might want to get one of these shower heads.
You can't choose the shower, man.
So just on that note, we'll show you inside here. Yeah? When you walk around, you'll notice there's some of these hooks. Right? Now, in a lot of other modern facilities, it's not common to have these types of objects where, once again, they try to prevent people from doing any harm to themselves. But we've had plenty of stories where people would tie themselves off here and actually decide to try to either end their life or were successful in ending their life by hanging from these objects.
Really? Confirmed stories?
Yes, from past deputies or sheriffs. One of our favorite parts about what we've done here is that the oral history is rich. There's people who've had family members who either worked here or had friends that worked here, and we've had an opportunity to speak to a lot of those people.
And was this an actual hook where somebody would have taken their own life, or are there specific ones that you guys know about?
We don't have specific ones. The stories we hear are usually on the third floor. When you get to the third floor, you'll see the cells are a little bit more closed off versus these bars here where you can see where a jailer can walk the catwalk, monitor, and police this general area. So it's less common. What you would see in these areas for privacy, though, is they would tie fabric up on the bars to help hide themselves, whether it was in bed or around the cell itself. But oftentimes they would take that down. So it's more common that they would have a hanging up on the third floor.
Wow. And what kind
That's where we really feel
yeah, that's
the
where
energy
that's
up there.
where before we felt we were talking on camera about how that's like the heaviest to us, the third. And what kind of prisoners would have been in this area?
this would have been general holding. You might have been in here for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. Not probably longer than a month or two here, or then you would be moved to the third floor, the trustee tanks. And this was short-term holding in this area.
The drunk tank, though, it was actually on the first floor. It's a room that you'll see a door in the lobby. Later on, when you guys walk around, you'll see the door right behind where it says Grinch's Lair. And we had the good fortune of learning that that was actually the drunk tank through our rehabilitation of this building. Whenever you start to hook up water, you try to run and check all of your pipes. And, you know, for those of you out there in Texas, you know what that's like right now, and everywhere else, you know, I'm sorry if you bust pipes. Well, we're checking pipes. All of a sudden, that cell starts flooding water. Go to check a valve, try to shut it off. There's a hole in the ground. Thought it was a drain. Turns out that's actually the toilet. And we got to learn that from one of a past family deputy members who quickly informed me that all that deliciousness that flowed up was from the drunk tank.
So vomit.
Yeah, there was goodies, man.
Oh man.
This is the This was the only woman's tank, probably for until the 70s when they moved all the women downstairs if they had women in jail. But this has 4 cells inside. We use it for storage right now.
A lot of times, I think in prison, current county facilities, you're going to hear the term pods. Pods are a lot more common in newer builds. Tanks are going to refer to these spaces that essentially are this communal space. And this was that communal space. It's the only cell that actually has 4 bunk beds, which is minimal compared to apparently all the bad boys out there.
Or bad girls.
Yeah, here they are.
This cell, we can't get in here right now. It was painted pink. When we walk around, I'll show you the mesh. It held a famous prisoner that was here. His name was Monty Allen Delk, and he was executed in Huntsville in 2002. He was kind of like a Craigslist killer of his time, where he would answer ads put in the paper for people selling things, and he would murder them, you know, when he would go to meet them to purchase these items. And he killed his last 3 people in Anderson County, and he was a very unsavory character, had a lot of mental health issues. He wouldn't bathe. He didn't bathe for 2 years. He started digging away at the mortar, you know, on the walls, and so it's got steel plates on all the walls and extra mesh on the bars, because he would reach out, try to grab the deputies walking by, and he would listen. He was very intelligent. He would listen to their conversations and then taunt them about the things they talked about, whether it was family or people that, you know, that were close to these prison guards or, you know, the sheriffs.
So serial killer
Serial
was
killer.
held in here,
Serial
essentially.
killer. Also, Henry Lee Lucas was questioned in Anderson County, and he stayed the night in the jail while they were questioning him. And of course, there were other cases that were more important, you know, with more evidence around the state, and so they moved on.
Wow. And so you just can't get in here?
Not at the moment. All our decorations. I
Ah,
apologize.
no, it's okay.
Holly jolly.
I really want to, I can slip my camera through there and get a shot of the inside, because that's,
Yeah, and as we
that's
walk around the
badass,
catwalk,
dude.
This right here, when you look at these, just so if you want to get a shot, these are actually the anchors that are holding the steel plated wall on the other side, which was specifically installed, like Sonia was saying, for Monty Allen Delk.
Really? They
Yeah.
put these in just for him?
Just for him.
Wow.
Because he was just digging holes. So we learned that when we saw this room over here was truly, right, your isolation.
Wow.
Okay, so initially the thought was the bolts, maybe padded room, space, something. No, that is all for steel plated wall on the other side right there. This, as you can see, is approximately 7 by 6 and no windows, nothing, no toilets. This was just the hole.
Wow. No doors and no way out. Where's that from?
Haunted Mansion reference. Nice.
So right now, of course, it's decorated, but this is the elevator shaft, and in the 1879 jail, this is where the gallows would have been in this area, and of course, it hasn't been used. The elevator, it wasn't used hardly any at all when we bought the building, but the sub pump in the basement had, when they shut off the electricity, it flooded and circuited out the board, and so we still haven't been able to use our elevator, but one day. One day.
So this is, how many executions would have happened here? Any idea?
It's hard to tell. It really is hard to tell. Through my research and history, I found 4, and that's just from, we're talking 1879 to the 1900. And in one of these houses, there is a photo of the last public hanging in town, but it wasn't in the jail.
It was right on the courthouse square, across the street. And I believe still some of the trees that were used at that time are still on the square.
Yeah.
The hanging trees?
Hanging trees.
Wow.
And it's like, this is legitimately what we have done for like so many years. Went through this catwalk backwards a number of times. So here we are. Visitation's kind of blocked, so I can't really show them. But if you do something up here, this was the visitation space for the inmates, and the family would have been on the other side. So Sonia's continuing around.
The strange feeling walking around the catwalk. It's just a heavy feeling that I get, especially around some of the corners. As you come around, you can go ahead and come, and you can see it's very long, hallway. And I always think I'm going to see something at the other end walking by, and hasn't happened to me yet.
Why do you think that is that you guys get a heavy feeling here?
I'm not sure what it is right here. I think it could be connected to where this is in the building, and where we get activity up on the 3rd floor is usually right here in this space. So I'm not really sure if it's the residual energy that just keeps playing over and over and just feels heavier for some reason in this spot.
I believe this was also the segment of the catwalk that we had another paranormal team say that they saw a shadow figure walking down this section of the catwalk. So could be someone, with that residual energy from the life that they led, and this was their life here, watching these people. So as you can see the whole cage area from you. That was the way that they monitored this. This would have been how you could have segmented off the facility to help protect different segments, so they could isolate different parts of the jail at different times for various reasons. We're coming up. There you go.
Yeah, and this was the cell we were just talking about, Monty Allen, where they had to put the reinforced steel and this mesh bar up here. We've taken the bottom part off right there, but it was mesh all the way down, just to keep him from reaching out.
He would lunge at people when they walked through.
There were even stories that he would be looking out the windows at cars for license plates and various information, and try to get information on deputies or family members just to antagonize.
Wow. What a real dirtbag, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the real deal. The real deal.
Hardcore.
So,
This is where, they would have taken the booking shots. And
Is that original?
yes, this is original.
Wow.
Of course, I added the glitter, but I've wanted to paint over it several times, but my family says, no, don't do it. So this is the original.
It looks fairly crude.
Yeah, it is. It is.
No.
I actually have never taken a measuring tape to see if it's actually accurate, but it's really cute when the kids come in and get their little booking shots during one of our events.
See from 6 foot.
Still there.
Yep. There you are.
Yeah, and I'm still 4'11".
My wife will always say 5'11" and 3/4. She never gives me the 6 feet. So I'm like, how 6 feet? She's like, no, you
Is this my phone?
are 5'11".
Well, the DMV wouldn't give me half an inch. They're like 4'10" and a half. They wouldn't give me the.
You gotta round up.
yeah, for real. So welcome back, full circle, right? Full circle.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to try.
So-
Third floor.
These are all the gifts from family members of inmates thanking us for taking the place over.
So this is a. Let's see, right here. It's a tank. I think it's the C tank. Up here would be trustee tanks, people who are here 2 to 4 years. They might get privileges to either to go out and work in the community, or they would go down to the kitchen downstairs and they would cook meals and, just keep the facility running, or they were here long term. I have read letters that have been left over that were written to the judge asking for help. One guy had an inmate or a jail, a cellmate who hadn't seen a judge in 9 months. He'd been up here for 9 months. He didn't speak English, and he was trying to help his cellmate out. I can't imagine being up here for 9 months and never getting out.
No.
Or your family not knowing where you are.
Wow.
Yeah, there's 7 cells that would hold, Okay, so originally this was a bathroom. It would have had a sink and a shower. It does. It's just heavily decorated right now, but you'll walk around. I've made it into a cave. Okay, so originally this was a bathroom. It would have had a sink and a shower. It does. It's just heavily decorated right now, but you'll walk around. I've made it into a cave. However, this is a very significant part of, the paranormal teams when they come in here. We've had 3 separate teams. You'll come on out here. 3 separate teams take a photo of the same apparition on different nights, different years. The apparition would have been right here, and it is all the same. It's of a taller man with a cowboy hat. And it's kind of a silhouette, and it would just be right here. And actually, I feel when we come into this area, I immediately feel the heaviness. It's a different temperature. I always feel like I'm being watched up here. There's something here, and this is the hardest room for me to decorate. When I'm decorating, there's things that always go wrong. I either fall or I get burned really bad with hot glue. I've run, hit things. I've bumped my head. I don't like working in this room.
That's crazy, because he and I were saying that this is what we felt was the most present of the whole building.
For sure.
That's
everybody who comes up here, even when we're having our holly jolly Christmas, and there's hundreds of people that come through, thousands of people come through, they'll come down and they'll be like, what's up with the 3rd floor left side? They feel it. It's something here.
The force is strong in this room.
You can feel it, like, genuinely.
Yeah.
You can.
Like, it's such a thick.
It is. The thickness is right. The thickness, the weight. We've had volunteers come down and they'll have a little bruise on their arm, or they broke glasses or whatever else. And of course you check in to find out if they're okay. And for them, they're just freaked out that something ripped glasses off their face or grabbed their arm. And
really? So kind of physical stuff here.
We've had different people who've had those experiences, and it's pretty wild. It's pretty interesting when you cross them and you see it in their face. It's an emotional experience for them.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting enough, I got a letter. We get letters all the time that are meant to go to the other jail, and we'll forward those. But I got a letter from a prison, an inmate in another prison. It was for me, and the man was telling me that he had been incarcerated here for a while, and he explained exactly where he was. And he had, I guess, read a newspaper article about us and just wanted to let us know that our building is haunted, because he was here, and he was actually in the cell back here, locked in the cell, and apparitions would come in and visit him, several different ones. Of course, it's fitting that it's a Halloween room, but this would have been the cell that he was in, and he was talking about when he wrote about, and he even wrote to a judge. He told the sheriffs and that he was being haunted in this room, and it was very real and very scary for him. But of course, what can they do?
And what did he say he was experiencing or seeing?
He said there was a child that he saw regularly, and then just I believe the letter said that he saw spirits, basically. So
in this room.
Can you imagine being locked in a jail cell and away from everybody else, and spirits are just walking beside you when you're trying to sleep, and you can't escape. So that was something.
And that was right.
Yeah,
this guy
right
was
here.
saying here.
Right here.
Some of the other stories we've also been told about the 3rd floor is when they shut this facility down as a county jail, they actually turned it into a juvenile detention facility. They didn't utilize this 3rd floor space so much as they did the 2nd floor, other than sending the people who are hardcore delinquents, giving everybody a hard time, just troublemakers, they'd send them up here. And this was the spot that they would just let them stay for the night. And every time they came back down reformed, just asking not to be put up in this space because there was something there, something watching them, and they just could not handle it. They just wanted to be back on the second floor.
And that was right here in this cell.
In this cell.
Wow.
Specifically the third floor, but definitely this cell. I do not spend a whole lot of time up here.
Because of the feel?
Just the feel, and like I said earlier, it's, you know, I'm an artist and I try to make things come together, you know, just really kind of spontaneously, but it always goes wrong.
While you make your way through some of these spaces, if you do decide to come and like sit up here, you'll want to just take note of some of these, you know, objects for, you know, James Howard, and have no idea who he is, but you'll see carvings in various spots on all of it, totally authentic.
Strange.
On the ceiling, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Something that Sonia was mentioning about the ceiling is if you look up, right up here, you'll see Joey. Joey's kind of a legend around here. We asked for him, don't know him, can't find the history on him, but when you look close, it's all smoke, it's all soot. So there was a time where you could smoke in jail, right? Well, what they decided to do is they would take the paper towel cores were very sooty, and the story is that they'd light them and they would gently layer them. You can see some signs of it right here. Individual smoke circles until they spelled out their name or message, whatever it is that they wanted to share while they were up here. And that's all throughout the facility, all these smoke words.
So this is one of the only cells that has a shower, a bathroom, that can be separated from the general population. Law enforcement who committed crimes were put up here. Actually, if you walk in, you can actually see where up here, while they were putting the reinforced steel downstairs on the second floor, they put Monty Allen Delk in here. So he was in here for a little while. And there's a story.
Oh, is that his signature?
That was
Wow. Crazy.
And you can go to YouTube. There's actually an audio of a reenactment of when he was executed, because the things he said were very, they were crazy. Really crazy. Monty Allen Delk.
This was one of the cells that he was held.
I mean, just the jail in general.
He was held here for 2 years until his trial was over, and then he was sent to Huntsville. And
Death row.
Yeah, death row, and executed in 2002.
One other story that at times we love to share is this gentleman, Jerry, Jery, right? Story about this guy was actually, he wasn't known to be a really bad guy. He was married, he was local law enforcement, I believe, and what happened was they owned an establishment, came home, wasn't supposed to be home. His wife was having some extramarital relations, and he decided to get the shotgun and shoot her. When he shot her, apparently he called, turned himself in, said he killed his wife. They came to get him, and they put him in this cell to isolate him from all the other prisoners, because he knew lawyers, he knew judges, he was involved with law enforcement, so they wanted to keep him safe. But what happened to Jerry was when they put him in here, it was his own little isolation. He essentially lost his mind when that happened. The story was they had a hard time getting him to eat for almost a year. Everything just snapped for him that day when he shot his wife, and this is where he stayed.
That's his carving.
That's his carving right there.
So you got two killers' carvings in the same little...
cell.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got one who's a crime of passion, and one who's just serial killer.
Crazy, man.
Love hurts.
Yeah, right.
The first night we moved in, my daughter, she was a teenager, we were walking into our kitchen area. It's a huge kitchen. It's where they made all of the meals for everybody who stayed in the jail and the inmates. And as I walked into the kitchen, I saw an apparition on the other side walk past the door. I stopped. It was small. It was a child, and my daughter was like, what? And I didn't want to terrify her on our first night living in the jail, and so I was like, nothing. So that was my first experience with an apparition in the jail, was the first night that we moved in.
The other one that you've described to me was something on the bed.
This building is 12,000 square feet of solid concrete and steel. Nothing's gonna move. And our bed, I felt something, sit at the end of the bed, and you feel it go down, and that happened. I've actually seen spirit animals in the jail a couple of times. I've never even heard of them, and I saw a dog, and I'm like, there's a dog in the jail, and went around the corner, and there was nothing. Whispering. I was up on the 3rd floor, and I heard footsteps. It was really late. I was working, and nobody was up there, and heard footsteps, and then I heard whispering, and it didn't really bother me at first, but then I heard multiple whisperings, and I was like, they're conspiring against me, and I'm so far away, and I ran down the stairs, and I'm like, I'm done for the night. Just the feeling somebody's watching you or following you sometimes in the jail happens.